Hello everyone, this is Mr. Brain Junkie here, and today we'll be talking about a film called Troll Hunter. Be ready for some spoilers ahead. A group of university students including Thomas, Joanna, and the cameraman are filming a documentary about bear poachers. They heard from the locals about this man called Hans, who behaves weirdly and lives in a public trailer park. They suspect that he is illegally killing all the bears in the region, since he is confirmed to not have a bear hunting license. They arrive at his trailer and see some strange things, such as ultraviolet light stands and a strong stench coming from within. The trailer park manager also says that Hans drives off at nighttime and never comes back until morning. This apparently happens every day. The group waits until the man returns and tries to ask him some questions. He tells them to get lost and goes into his trailer. We can see that the vehicle he drives is full of large scratch marks, unlikely to have been caused by bears. Next morning, the group receives the news that another bear was found dead. They arrive at the scene, but to their surprise, the bear hunter says that the footprints do not match how a bear normally moves. They question the wildlife supervisor about the inconsistencies, but he simply shrugs it off as nothing. Later that night, they follow Hans deep into the woods through apparently a restricted area. They found his vehicle and continues on foot. Soon, bright lights can be seen flashing, and Hans runs at them, shouting, "Troll!" The group runs with him towards his car, but Thomas is hurt by the monster. Hans gives the group a ride to their car, but finds it flipped over, with tires missing. The rims are also covered in very suspiciously looking slime. They question Hans about the existence of trolls, which the man reluctantly answers. Thomas wants to follow Hans as he hunts for trolls, and he agrees to follow all instructions made by the hunter. The next night, the group goes into the same woods to hunt down the troll that hurt Thomas the previous day. Hans tells them to rub troll stench on their body to cover the human smell. He also made sure that none of them are Christians, which seems like a weird request. While tracking the monster, we find out that the weapon Hans uses is a powerful UV light. Apparently, trolls turn to stone or explode when exposed to a sufficient amount of it. They eventually find the monster, which has 3 heads and is at least 30 feet tall. The team runs in fear and plays hide and seek with the beast in the dense forest. They make it to Hans's car, and he turns on an extremely bright light towards the troll. Its blood boils and turns to stone almost instantaneously. The wildlife manager we saw earlier also arrives at the scene. We learn that this troll has damaged numerous properties, killed many tourists and livestock. They try to cover up the incident by using a dead bear from the zoo and fake tracks. The funny thing is, they seem to have gotten the wrong species of bear. One would think that the government can hire more professional people. Joking aside though, we learned that apparently the government does not want people to know about the troll's existence. Hans's job is to kill any troll that leaves its territory, and the wildlife manager must hide the truth from the public. Sometimes later, Hans tracked down another troll that has left its territory. This time, he needs to get a blood sample before killing it. He uses sheep and, funny enough, the blood of a Christian to lure the monster out. He then shows up with a metal armor to retrieve some blood samples. Just looking at the size of the troll, I had a feeling that the armor would crumble like paper if struck by the monster. Luckily, Hans survived the ordeal, but probably gained a few broken bones. It turns out the blood samples were for his female friend, who's also a veterinarian. Hans probably wanted to show off his mad skills to this lady, as she seemed to be more than just his friend. Joking aside, she explains that trolls cannot metabolize vitamin D, therefore explode or turn into stones. She requires a few days to analyze the blood and detect any abnormalities. The group continues to the epicenter of where all the trolls are being forced away from, hoping to find the main cause. After tracking through a trail of destruction, they find the lair of the trolls and proceeds to head inside. Thomas and the rest hesitates, but Hans assures them that the monsters have left. Personally though, his logic seemed a bit shaky to me. Just because they have left doesn't mean they won't come back. It would be pretty awkward if they found little people in their home when they returned. After exploring a little bit inside the cave, Hans confirms that there must be an army of trolls living here just by looking at their excrements. Before they can leave, what I expected happens, and they're trapped inside the cave. The group quickly hides in a small tunnel and plans to wait it out. However, the cameraman becomes increasingly unstable and reveals that he is in fact a Christian. The monsters smell the scent of the cameraman and the group is forced to bail out. Everyone runs while Hans holds them off with his light bulb. The group manages to escape except for the cameraman who fell behind. Hans decides that he must investigate the epicenter, even though he does not want to. They hire a new camera woman who this time is Muslim instead of Christian. I love how they fail to mention to her what happened to her predecessor. They make it to a cabin close to the epicenter while Hans upgrades his car like it's from Mad Max Fury Roads. The hunter gets a phone call from the veterinarian who tells him that she found rabies in the troll's blood. Hans theorizes that a giant troll must be spreading it to everyone, causing the attacks. This also worries Thomas since he was hurt by a troll which most likely is infected. Before they can finish their discussion, we see a gigantic troll the size of Godzilla appear, walking towards the group. Hans lures the beast away with an awful Christian music which would annoy anyone, not just the troll. He was literally trolling the troll. Hans then shoots a barrage of light beams at it, but it seems to have little effect. The students then joins him in the car and they circle around the beast to get a better angle. On the road, they pick up another stranger, but little did he know it's probably more dangerous in the car than elsewhere. They try to drive through between the legs of the giant, but is knocked over instead. Thomas regains consciousness and sees that Hans hasn't given up yet. He carries with him a rifle of some sort and walks towards the 200 feet monster. I have to say that at this point, that man is truly fearless. He manages to get close enough, shoots at the troll one last time, and it turns into stones. Hans then leaves by foot like the Lone Ranger he is, while the students are happy that they have everything on footage. Their celebration is cut short, however, when the government agents captures everyone except for Thomas, who manages to escape. So what do you guys think about this movie? Let me know in the comments below. And if you like my videos, please press like and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.